Hello everyone. I welcome you all to the new session of our geography class. And I'm so happy that you have all written your examination with much preparation and you all scored nice mark. Keep the same. And for coming examinations also, read your textbook and study regularly for the exams. Let us start the portions. The next topic, the chapter from the chapter Manufacturing Industries. But before starting that chapter, I would like to mention some important points. Already I have given the instructions to you in my previous classes, and from social science you will be getting only 80 marks from the written examination. Remaining 20 marks will be evaluated through assignments and projects. From social science, you have to do one project, and now I am giving the instructions about that project, what you have to do this year. And project is from our economics portions. As already I told you that the last chapter in economics, consumer rights, will be evaluated through projects. You have to write a project based on that topic. Your topic for the project is Project on Consumer Awareness. Okay? And before writing the projects, you should read that chapter thoroughly. Okay, read that chapter word by word and write the project. Because you don't want to search or you don't want to use any other books or materials for writing this project. That's why read that chapter and start writing. And that project should contain certain points. The first point is, who is a consumer? Okay, the topic for the project is Project on Consumer Awareness. The first point you have to mention is, who is a consumer? You have to define the term consumer. Okay, the second is consumer exploitation. As you know that we the people are consumer, or we consume different things for satisfying our needs. But in certain occasion, we the consumers are cheated or exploited in the marketplace. What are the different ways of this exploitation, consumer exploitation, that you should explain. Okay, that is second point. If you read the textbook, you will be getting a lot of information. The third is consumer rights. Okay, as a consumer, we the people have certain rights. Okay, which are the consumer rights? Consumers have certain rights. Which are the consumer rights? That also given one by one in your textbook. The next is responsibilities and duties of a consumer. That also should be mentioned. Rights and duties are the two sides of a coin. That means we have rights, in return we have some duties. That also should be mentioned. The next is consumer awareness, need and importance. Why the consumers are aware, should be aware about our rights and duties. What is the need and importance of consumer awareness? That also should be mentioned. In order to make this, solve all these consumer exploitation, the government of India made a law in 1982, which is popularly known as COPRA. That means Consumer Protection Act. And what are the provisions? What are the rules or provisions of this Consumer Protection Act? That also should be mentioned. That means your project should contain all these sub-points. Okay? And then the very first page, you should write the topic. You use that A4 sheet paper. It should be handwritten, and you should write legibly and neatly. In the very first page, you can write the topic. My dear children, make a note. Your topic for the project is Project on Project on Consumer Awareness. That is your topic. That should be written in the middle part of that sheet. Below, in the First page itself, you can write your name and class. Okay, and no other informations will be given or should be given in that first page. The second page, you write it about index page. That means for the top you can write index. Okay, in the index page, you should write all the subtopic and their page numbers. I have already mentioned some subtopic, subpoints here. Suppose the first subpoint is consumer. Who is a consumer? That means if you write that subtopic in the page number 2, you can write consumer, page number 2. Rights and responsibilities of consumer, page number 3. Like that way, you should mention the subpoint with their pages or page number in the index page. Is it clear? Index page is the second page of your project. First page is the covering page. There you should write the topic and your name and class. That is enough. And third page, you can go to that. Okay, you can start writing your content. Okay, content already I have mentioned. The last page is the conclusion. Conclusion should be written. That means the need and importance of consumer awareness should be written or should be explained, should be concluded in the last page. Okay, and again I am reminding you that we are keeping this project or this report in your portfolio. That's why should be written neatly and legibly. Okay, it should be handwritten, but you can paste the pictures and photographs also can be pasted. Okay, if you have any doubts about this project, you contact me and I will clear your doubts. Okay, and let us start our geography portion. Geography portion, the first part we have completed, the chapter manufacturing industries. We explained the importance of manufacturing industries, different types of manufacturing industries we explained, and the location, factors affecting location of industries. In the next part, we are discussing about important agro-based industrial sectors of India, like cotton textile industry, jute industrial sector, sugar industrial sector, etc. In the very next part, we are discussing some important mineral-based industrial sectors of India. That let us start or let us explain that point now. Dear children, let us start a new portion now. Cotton textile industry. What are the features of textile industry, especially cotton textile industrial sector of India? As you know that cotton textile industry is one of the oldest industrial sectors in India, because in the very early period, Indian cotton products, textile products had high demand in the European markets. That's why Europeans came here and purchased this cotton material. But in the ancient period, we used traditional methods of cotton production. Methods we used. Okay, and it was the British who introduced modern technologies here in India. Okay, and now in the textile industrial sector of India, one of the most important industrial sectors in India. Okay, that's why we are discussing mainly about these sectors in the first part of this topic. As I told you, the textile industrial sector occupies very important position in Indian economy. This industrial sector and has very important position which determine the economy of our country. There are some reasons behind that. What are the reasons? What we are discussing first. What are the reasons of high increasing importance of textile industrial sector, especially cotton textile industrial sector in India? The first point is, it is a sector, textile industrial sector, which generates more employment opportunities. About 35 million people directly and indirectly depending on textile industrial sector, and it is the second largest sector in India which provide more job opportunities. The first largest you studied, that is railway. The second is the textile industrial sector. Many people directly and indirectly depending on this sector. About 35 million people. That means this sector provides the livelihood for many people. That means those who produce cotton, that means cotton cultivators or farmers will be getting chance, will be getting employment. And there are the production of textile industries consists of different processes. The first one is cultivation, cultivating cotton. Then the plucking the cotton ball from the plants. There are many people engaging in it. Then after that, they have to separate seeds from that cotton. That process is called as ginning. Okay, and besides that, the next important cotton change or convert it into thread. It already you studied, that is called as spinning. And thread should be changed in the form of a yarn or a cloth, which is called as weaving. Okay, then after tailoring, stitching, dyeing, packaging, many other industries. That means this industry is a self-reliant or self-sufficient. Okay, no other industry which is very important or self-sufficient in India. Okay, that's why it provides a livelihood for many people. That is the most important reason. The second one is it provides 24.6% of foreign exchange. That means large amount of products produced from India we export to other countries. From this export we get 24.6% of foreign money or foreign income. The next is it provides 14% of industrial products. 14% of industrial products which we directly obtain from the textile industries. Besides that, 4% of income are obtained towards the GDP of a country. That's why we can say that this industrial sector is occupy very important position, unique position in Indian economy. Okay, textile industry is one of the most important sector which provide livelihood provide many people or employment opportunities. It brings large amount of industrial products and as well as income. Is it okay? Then we are discussing about the factors affecting location of cotton textile industry. Already we studied the factors affecting location of industry. And where are these industrial sector, textile industrial sector mainly located in India? That we are discussing next. Next is location of cotton textile industry. Where are cotton textile industry mainly located in India? That already you learned. Textile industrial sector, mainly cotton textile industrial sector, mainly concentrated in Maharashtra and Gujarat. Maharashtra and Gujarat states have more textile industrial sector. Why? The factors already you studied. Why? Because these areas have abundant cotton. Cotton is abundantly available in Maharashtra and Gujarat. Because we studied, my dear children, these two states, especially Maharashtra, has cotton black soil. Black soil is most suitable for cotton cultivation. That's why cotton is mainly cultivated in Maharashtra and Gujarat. That's why cotton mills are also mainly concentrated in Maharashtra and Gujarat. Cotton is difficult to transport. That's why the industrial centers are located in area where cotton is abundantly available. Besides that, and these areas have many other facilities. As you know that this area, Maharashtra and Gujarat states, have good transportation facilities, including port facilities. Laborers are also easily available. Okay, population is more. That's why efficient laborers are available. It has marketing facilities also, and the climate is good for cultivating cotton. Okay, and communication, extra facilities, banking, port facilities, etc. That's why cotton industrial sectors are mainly concentrated in Maharashtra and Gujarat. That means, my dear children, listen very carefully. If any question comes for the exam, where are cotton textile industry mainly concentrated? You can write cotton textile industry mainly concentrated in Maharashtra and Gujarat because all the factors which is needed for the location of industry are one way or other way available in that place. That's why these areas have many cotton textile industries. But one thing you should remember, cotton textile industry mainly spinning sector is spinning. That means changing cotton into yarn. Spinning sector is mainly concentrated in Maharashtra and Gujarat because cotton is available. But weaving sector is highly decentralized in India. That means weaving sector is spread over a vast area. And listen, spinning sector is centralized in Maharashtra and Gujarat, but weaving sector is highly decentralized. Weaving sector means the changing cotton yarn into cotton cloths. That is highly decentralized, which means what? That widely spread over the country, where weavers are available. There are some communities which are expert in weaving. That means weaving centers are located where these traditional workers are available. That's why they spread over the country. That's why weaving decentralized, but spinning sector is centralized. You don't forget that point. Okay, spinning sector is centralized in Maharashtra, Gujarat, concentrated over Maharashtra and Gujarat, and weaving sector is highly decentralized, spread over a vast area. Is it okay? Dear children, listen very carefully. We are discussing one of the most important features of textile industrial sector. As we discussed that, Indian textile industrial sector consists of different processes of production. The spinning sector is concentrated in Gujarat and Maharashtra. Weaving sector is highly decentralized or spread over a vast area of India. Another important one is Indian cotton manufacturers have to import fabric. That means Indian spinning sector produces large amount of yarn in India. That means Indian spinning sector produces high class cotton yarn or cotton thread in India. But weaving sector have to import fabric from other countries to India. Is it clear? What I am telling, is it clear? Spinning sector produce a large amount of cotton yarn here and high class cotton yarn, high quality cotton yarn here, and large amount of cotton yarn we export to other countries. That's why we get foreign exchange. But at the same time, weaving sector have to import, or manufacturers, garment manufacturers have to import fabric, cheap quality fabric from other countries here. You can see a contradiction here. Spinning sector produce large number of amount of cotton yarn which is high quality, but weaving sector cannot use this high quality yarn. Is it okay? You can see a contradiction. Is it clear? Weaving sector cannot use this high quality yarn produced in our country. Instead, we export cotton yarn to other countries, and manufacturers import fabric here, garment here from other countries to India. Why? That is the most important feature of Indian textile industry. Why? Why are manufacturers, garment manufacturers have to import fabric, although the spinning mills are competitive at the global level? Why? Because our weaving sector in India cannot use this high quality yarn, because weaving sector concentrated or centralized in certain localities only. There are very few modern mills here. Okay, they concentrated in a wide or a small area. Most of the weaving sectors are concentrated or use power loom and hand loom technologies. We have very small number of modern mills. These power loom and hand loom sector, these small sectors cannot use, they are not ready to use high quality yarn produced in the country, because their aim, these weaving sectors, hand loom and power loom sectors have to produce, they aim to produce the products for meeting the internal demands. That means they needed to satisfy, they aim to satisfy the consumers of internal areas inside India. That's why they do not use. Suppose if they use this high quality yarn produced in the country, and the products, the rate of the products will be high. There is no demand for these high quality cotton products inside India. But at the same time, other countries have high demand for our cotton yarn. That's why high quality cotton yarn we export to other countries. Instead, we import. Garment manufacturers import fabric here, low quality fabric here. Because our garment manufacturers import fabric here because they are not ready to use the high quality yarn. because their production concentrated in a certain localities only. Their aim is to satisfy local demands. That's why they do not use, or they are not ready to use this high quality yarn. We export to other countries, we get foreign money or foreign exchange. Instead, manufacturers have to import cheap fabric here. Is it okay? That is the most important feature of Indian cotton textile industry. We produce high quality products here and we export to many other countries, many other European countries we export. We get good amount of foreign exchange too. Okay, foreign money too. That is the most important feature of Indian cotton textile industrial sector. Okay. The next we are discussing the problems and challenges of cotton textile industry. What are the challenges? As already we have mentioned, cotton textile industry occupies an important position. We export the products from India to other countries. But there are some challenges or problems. What are the problems? One of the most important problems that are facing our textile industrial sector in India is the low output of laborers. Laborers are not ready to work. Okay, not available when they need. Another one is we use the low grade machineries here. Okay, old and inefficient method of production, old machineries. And besides all, the competition from other countries and competition from synthetic substitutes. That is a major problem actually. As my dear children, you know that the cotton products are so costly. Okay, but these are not durable also. But at the same time, other products, synthetic substitute like silk or suppose polyester, nylon, or silk, polyester and nylon, etc. are durable and which is cheap. That's why the internal demand for this cotton product is less. These are the major problems of or challenges of cotton textile industrial sector. Is it okay? And you study these question and answer from these portions. The first we studied and why does cotton textile industry or textile industry occupy unique position in Indian economy. The second question answer we explained where are cotton textile industry mainly located in India and why. And third one important area we discussed why the spinning sector is centralized in Gujarat and Maharashtra but weaving sector is highly decentralized. What are the reasons? The next is why our garment manufacturers have to import fabric although our spinning mills are competitive at the global level. What are the reasons? Just now, what are the major challenges and problems of cotton textile industrial sectors? Write these question and answers, study these question and answers, read your textbook and write in your notebook. The next we are discussing about jute textile industrial sector. What are the features of jute textile industrial sector? Okay. And jute textile industrial sector mainly located, nothing is to mention more, mainly located in West Bengal, in Hooghly River Basin, mainly West Bengal. Why? The same factors affecting location you can write in this context also. Why? Because West Bengal is one of the most important state which produce more jute in India. That's why the raw jute is abundantly available in West Bengal. That's why jute textile industrial sector mainly concentrated in West Bengal or Hooghly Basin in West Bengal. Besides that, laborers are available which has marketing facilities and West Bengal or Kolkata which provides good transportation network, marketing facilities, communication facilities, banking sector and all the important factors which are needed for the location of an industry are available in Kolkata or West Bengal. That's why jute textile industry mainly located in Kolkata or West Bengal. And my dear children, you just study that one question and answer. What are the factors affecting location of industry? You can write the answers of many question answers what we have discussed and we will be discussing some more. We discussed that why this cotton textile industry located in Maharashtra, Gujarat. The same factors we studied. Now we are discussing why the jute textile industry mainly located in India and why. Is it clear? The first jute mill was established in Hooghly near Rishra at Hooghly in West Bengal in 1859. 1859, the first jute mill was established in Kolkata at Rishra in Hooghly River Basin. Okay? Dear children, where are jute textile industry mainly located in India? Yes, jute textile industry mainly located in India, in West Bengal, in Hooghly River Basin. Okay, the factors already we have mentioned. And Indian jute textile industrial sector produce large amount of jute products and we export to many other countries. Okay, UK, USA, Japan and many other countries are the buyers of our cotton and jute textile products. But jute textile industrial sector and faces some challenges, some problems. Okay, we have enough jute textile products or production centers, but in India we face some challenges. What are the challenges? There are two important points. One is, as you know, that jute products are very expensive. Jute products are very expensive. That's why internal demand for the jute products is less in India. Okay, they are very expensive at the same time, and many synthetic substitutes which are durable and cheap are available in the market. That is the most important feature of Indian, feature means challenge of Indian jute textile industrial sector. That means challenge from the synthetic substitutes. Synthetic substitutes are available which are durable than jute. Another important point is, and the competition from other countries, especially Bangladesh, Thailand and many other countries which produce more jute and they make more jute products. These are the two important challenges what we face in India. One is competition from other countries and competition from synthetic substitutes. And the demand for the jute products in India, the internal demand is less. That is why in 2005, Government of India made a policy which is called as National Jute Policy, or otherwise it is popularly known as NJP, National Jute Policy. And what was that policy? This policy aimed to increase the productivity of jute products or jute production centers. Okay, they aim to increase the productivity, they provide increase high yield, and they aim to enhance the prices for the jute products. And as a result of this NJP and the internal demand of jute products which we face or which is some more high in India, but at the same time these challenges which make a threat for Indian jute textile industrial sectors. Is it okay? Then listen, from these categories we studied three important points. One is, where are jute textile industry mainly located in India? At Rishrine, Hooghly, in West Bengal or Kolkata. And why? We studied the factors. The second point is, what are the challenges of jute textile industrial sector in India? Two main points. One is competition from the synthetic substitutes and competition from other countries. The next is, what is NJP? NJP or National Jute Policies. And in like a cotton textile industry also we use low grade machineries here, low output of labor and power supply is irregular in India. These all create certain problems in jute textile industrial sectors too. Read these portions also and make it clear and write in your notebook. And one more point is remaining, topic is remaining in the same part, agro-based industry, that is sugar industrial sector. Let us explain that topic also now. Sugar industrial sector. What are the features of sugar industrial sector? Okay? Next is sugar industrial sector. In this topic, we are discussing 4 small question and answers. It's very easy to learn because the points one way or other way we have discussed in the previous part. The first one is, where should the sugar mills be ideally located? What is the ideal location of sugar mills, sugar industrial sector? Okay, India produces large amount of sugar. And where should the mills be ideally located? What is the ideal location of sugar mills? Dear children, sugar mills are ideally located where the sugar cane is available. sugar cane is cultivated. That means the sugar mills be located near the sugar cane field. As you know that sugar cane is the important raw material and used for making sugar. And this, for making sugar, a large amount of sugar cane is needed. That's why sugar mills are located near the sugar cane field. Because as you know that sugar cane is bulky material, heavy material. It is difficult to transport from one place to another place. That's why mills are located where the sugar cane is produced. Is it okay? Another important point for the location of this sector, because this sugar cane we cannot keep it for a long period. When we keep it for a long period, sucrose content reduces. That's why whatever we produce a particular year, that time itself we have to use it for making sugar. If we keep this, the quality will reduce. That's why these sugar mills are located near the sugar cane. If there is any transport delay, okay, and it may affect the quality of sugar. That's why sugar mills are ideally located near the sugar cane field, because sugar cane or sugar industrial sector needed sugar cane, which is heavy and bulky, difficult to transport. The next one is for commercial transportation, sucrose content reduces. That's why they are mainly located near the sugar cane field. And earlier, the sugar industrial sector mainly located in Uttar Pradesh. You studied that Uttar Pradesh is a state which produces more sugar cane in India. That's earlier it was located near in Uttar Pradesh because sugar cane is available there. Sugar cane is laborers and all facilities are there. But now there is a tendency for the sugar mills to move towards Maharashtra region. Now there are many mills are working in Maharashtra and nearby region, because it is found that sugar cane produced in Maharashtra and western side of India having high quality, having contain more sugar or sucrose, and the cooler climatical conditions, which is good for cultivating sugar cane. Besides that, laborers are also available in that area, and then cooperative organizations are more strong. Here you have to remember one thing, sugar industrial sector mostly working in cooperative sector, because and the sugar cane or sugar industrial sector needed large amount of sugar cane. And as far as a single sugar cane cultivator is concerned, it's very difficult to cultivate large amount of sugar cane. That's why producers of sugar cane make the cooperative organizations, and they collect the sugar cane from vast area and then transport to mills. That's why this sector mainly concentrated in cooperative sector. If any question comes, why the sugar mills are mainly suited to cooperative sector, you can write. And then sugar industrial sector needed large amount of sugar. It is difficult to cultivate the sugar cane, large amount from a single farmer. That's why they make cooperative bodies and collect a vast amount of sugar cane. Besides that, we cannot keep it for the next year or next season. It is a seasonal crop. At the same time, sugar cane we cannot cultivate at all the times. It is a seasonal crop, but whatever we produce, we should use it for making sugar. That's why they are mainly suited to cooperative sector. Is it okay? And where should the sugar mills be ideally located? The first question. Why there is a tendency for the sugar mills to move towards the Maharashtra region now? Why this sector is mainly suited to cooperative sector now? Besides that, this also poses many challenges, especially the low grade machineries what we use, already we have discussed, and the low output of labor, and then old machineries we use, and then the waste materials are, we have to find out the ways to reduce the waste materials. It also poses certain challenges. I know that certain portions are one way or other way important, and at the same time these are connected. Before writing the question and answers in your notebook, you should read the textbook twice or thrice, and after that you listen or look at that slides what I am giving and write the question and answers in your notebook and prepare for the test. Thank you.
Children, let us summarize the question and answers what we have discussed. The first question, the textile industry occupies unique position in Indian economy. How? The textile industry occupy unique position in Indian economy because and it contributes 14% of industrial production. It generates more employment opportunities. About 35 million people directly and indirectly depending on textile industrial sector. Point, it earns 24.6% of foreign exchange. Fourth point, it contributes 4% of income towards GDP. Last point, it is the only industry which is self-reliant. When and where was the first successful textile mill was established in India? So, Mumbai in 1854. Question, where are cotton textile industry mainly concentrated in India and why? Answer, the cotton textile industry is concentrated in the cotton growing belt of Maharashtra and Gujarat because of following reasons. The first point, availability of raw cotton. Second point, availability of market. Point, facilities of transport including port facilities. Availability of laborers. Point, moist climate for growing cotton. Question, in India, spinning sector continues to be centralized in Maharashtra and Gujarat, but weaving is highly decentralized. Why? Second point, weaving is highly decentralized to provide scope for incorporating traditional skills and designs of weaving. Next question, why are garment manufacturers have to import fabric although our spinning mills are competitive at the global level? We have large share of cotton yarn in the world, but weaving produce only 4% of world's total. Second point, our spinning mills are competitive at the global level, but weaving sector cannot use much of the high quality yarn produced in our country. Third point, there are some large and modern factories in these segments, but most of the production is fragmented in small units which cater to the local market. As a result, many of our spinners export yarn while apparel or garment manufacturers have to import fabric. Question, what are the problems associated with the cotton textile industry? The challenges of cotton textile industry are irregular power supply. Second point, machinery needs to be upgraded. Third point, low output of labor. Fourth point, stiff competition with the synthetic fiber industry. The next topic, jute textile industry. First question, when and where was the first jute industry established in India? Answer, the first jute mill was set up near Kolkata in 1859 at Rishra. Second question, which are the factors responsible for the location of jute industrial sector in the Hooghly Basin? Answer, the factors responsible for the location of jute industry in the Hooghly Basin are. Answer, first point, proximity of the jute producing areas. Second point, inexpensive water transport. Third point, good network of transport. Fourth, availability of abundant water for processing raw jute. Fifth point, cheap labor. Sixth, facilities of banking, insurance, port, etc. Third question, What are the challenges faced by the jute industry? Answer. Challenges faced by the jute industry include: first point, stiff competition from other countries like Bangladesh, Thailand. Second point, stiff competition from the synthetic substitute. Fourth question, explain National Jute Policy or NJP. Answer. In 2005, Government of India passed National Jute Policy. The objectives of National Jute Policy are: first point, increasing productivity of jute industrial sector. Second point, improving the quality of products. Third point, ensuring good prices to the jute farmers. Fourth point, enhancing yield per hectare. The next topic we discussed is sugar industrial sector. The first question from that part: where should the sugar mills be ideally located? The answer: the sugar mills are ideally located near the sugarcane fields because: the first point, the raw material, that is sugarcane, is bulky and heavy, which is difficult to transport. So, sugar mills are located in or near the sugarcane field. Second point, in haulage, which means commercial transportation of goods, sucrose content reduces. Second question, why is sugar industry mainly suited to cooperative sector? So, the sugar industrial sector ideally suited to the cooperative sector because: first point, sugarcane is a seasonal crop. Second point, the sugar industry needs large amount of raw materials. So, the cultivators of sugarcane form the cooperative organization and collect raw material from vast areas of the country. Third point, it reduces the exploitation of middlemen. Third question, why there is a tendency for the sugar mills to shift and concentrate in the southern and western states, especially Maharashtra? Answer, this is because the sugarcane produced here has a higher sucrose content. Second point, the cooler climate in these areas ensures longer crushing season. Third point, the cooperative organizations are successful in these states, so the sugar industrial sectors are moving towards southwestern states of India, especially Maharashtra and Gujarat. The last question is, what are the challenges of sugar industrial sector? Major challenges include: the first point, seasonal nature of the industry. Second point, old and inefficient method of production. Third point, transport delay in reaching sugarcane to factories. The last point is the need to maximize the use of bagasse. My dear children, these are the questions and answers what we have discussed. Read your textbook and write the question and answers in your notebook. If you have any doubts, you call me and clear your doubts. Thank you. Dear children, this is the topic for your project. What I have told you, listen this topic, project on consumer awareness. This should be written in the covering page or first page. These are the subtopic and you should include all these subtopics in your project. The first one, who is a consumer? You should define the term consumer and write that in detail. The second subtopic is consumer exploitation. That means what are the different types of exploitation by which consumer is exploited or cheated in the market. You read your textbook and you will be getting information from the textbook. Third point, consumer rights. That means which are the rights of a consumer, that also given in the textbook in detail. Next topic, duties of a consumer. And fifth, COPRA, that means Consumer Protection Act. Read the textbook and find out the answer. Last subtopic is consumer awareness, need and importance. A project must be handwritten. You can paste the pictures and it should be written neatly and legibly.